Summer is finally here, Dudes and Foxy Dudettes, and that means it's time to bring out those blue fragrances, which can be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to give you 4 of my favorite blue fragrances that are not only cost effective, but high in performance. So stay tuned. So like I mentioned before, shopping for blue fragrances can be a little bit tricky. I mean, when you think about it, you're really only wearing them during the warm months, right? So summertime, that's when you're going to beaches, parties, amusement parks, so on and so forth. Between the sun, the sweat, the suntan lotion, or whatever, your fragrances are not going to last as long. And blue fragrances normally don't have a tendency to last that long. But these 4 today that I'm going to talk to you about last a decent amount of time. They're pretty good and they're cost effective. So without further ado, let's hop into it. The first one being Nautica Voyage. Now this one is a classic. It's also the cheapest one on this list. It's about 20 bucks. Sometimes you can find it a little bit cheaper than 20. But Nautica is known for their sailing motif. That's their brand, right? That's what they're always selling. And this fragrance is a blue fragrance. Is perfect. It's a classic. The problem is you're not going to be too, it's not going to be too unique, but it does smell really good and it lasts a long time. Now the notes in Nautica Voyage are apple, green leaves. The middle notes are lotus, mimosa. Base notes are musk, cedar, oak moss, and amber. It's a great scent. You guys really can't go wrong with this. And for under 20 bucks, it's perfect. It'll last just the amount of time that you need to. And even if it doesn't, it's under 20 bucks. You can apply a few more squirts, but I think you'll be okay with it. It'll last the decent amount of time. Not to mention, everybody can use a cheapie in their fragrance arsenal, right? There's sometimes you still want to have a fragrance, but you got to go do grocery shopping, and it just doesn't seem right to spray your bottle of Creed Aventus on before you go to the grocery store. You feel me? Tommy Bahama Maritime Deep Blue is a personal favorite of mine. I've talked to you guys about this one before. You can see that video here. In that video, I talk with a bunch of my friends and we go over our favorite blue picks. Just a quick side note, some of the ones on that list are going to be a little bit more pricey than the ones in this list, but this is a great fragrance. It is a flanker of the regular Maritime. I don't know what it smells like, but I first tried this from a Scentbird sample and I got compliments out the ass. It was amazing. I knew I had to pick up a full-size bottle, and of course it's definitely a blue scent, right? It's got an anvil as its cap. The top notes are bergamot, cardamom, rosemary, juniper. The middle notes are water lily, geranium, freesia, and orris, and its base notes are cedar, patchouli, moss, and musk. It's a great fragrance. Runs about 70 bucks, I think. They're all going to be listed, even Nautica Voyage, but in this one and the rest of them are all going to be listed down in the description. Use the links there to go pick yourself up a bottle if you so please, if you want to try them. This one, the last one, the next one, any of them, they all smell great. You'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't try any of them. This next one is one I haven't really talked about too much. I mean, I've featured it in a few videos with Foxy Dudette Sarah, but Pete Pedro Hero is an awesome fragrance. It's an awesome blue fragrance. I don't know if technically it counts, but for me it does. Hero is inspired by Acqua di Gio. If you guys are familiar with Acqua di Gio, then you'll love this. It lasts a lot longer than Acqua di Gio, and it's under 50 bucks. Well, 50 or under 50. There'll be a link down in the description to go pick it up. As you know, Pete and Pedro is one of my favorite brands, but their colognes are really like top notch. They're all EDPs, and I'll give you some of the note breakdowns right here. For Hero, the top note is bergamot, orange, and lemon lime citrus. Middle notes are violet, lavender, and gardenia florals, herbal rosemary, Chinese mole. I don't know what that is, to be honest. I don't know what Chinese mole is. Cardamom spice, ozone, melon, pineapple, and plum fruits. Okay, so it's got a lot going on in the middle notes. Some of those I've never heard of, but it does smell fantastic. The base notes are woody sandalwood, amber, and patchouli, musk, and mossy. So I assume moss. But for under 50 bucks, you can't go wrong. You got to pick it up. This does last a lot longer than Acqua di Gio, like I said, and who doesn't love Acqua di Gio? So probably the king of blue fragrances for those summer fragrances that a lot of people go for is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. And I'm here to tell you, go with Light Blue Eau Intense. It is a much better version of Light Blue. Now, I personally have always seen either a guy shopping for Light Blue or his girlfriend shopping for him as a gift. So it's one of the top selling fragrances, I do believe. But Eau Intense is a much better version. I don't particularly care for Light Blue. It's kind of weak. It doesn't last that long. Like, to me, it's gone within 2 hours. But when I tried Light Blue Eau Intense, I went crazy for it. The projection is killer. The time that it lasts, so the longevity, it was more than 3 times, like 6 to 7 hours I got out of Eau Intense, and the smell was just, it's like in the name, it was more intense. Where Light Blue just kind of smelled kind of watered down, or like it smelled good, but it was very light. This was like really punching you in the nose, like, hey, this is the fragrance we're going for. I can't recommend it enough. Guys, pick yourself up a bottle. You can find it at discounters, depending on what size you want. If you go with a smaller bottle, you can get it for about 40 bucks, sometimes a little bit more, maybe like 50. But if you do some shopping around, I'm sure you can get a really good price on it. Again, all the fragrances that we talked about today are going to be listed down in the description. The top notes are grapefruit, mandarin orange. The middle notes are seawater, juniper. And the base notes are musk and amberwood. And that's going to do it for this week's video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the social media things. Help me fight the YouTube algorithm. Ring the bell. Be sure to check out thewellroundeddude.com. Dude15 will save you 15% off your total purchase. And be sure to check out our podcast. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up, guys. I want you there for it. We will see you next time. Be sure to give these fragrances a shot. Again, the link will be down in the description. See you next time. Peace.